Hi and good morning. This is Noga Sachs, House Representative candidate for Missouri District 2. I wanted to share a little bit about my recent travels to Cuba. First thing I want to share with you is just how important Missouri and District 2 have been in the wonderful professional conversations that I've had with a lot of the entrepreneurs and locals who I met along my travels. But before I go into the great people that I had the opportunity to meet, I wanted to share with you a little bit about a promise that I can make to you. A promise that I can make to keep in touch with you and keep in touch by representing your most important critical values. So just to learn a little bit about me, I think a few of you know I am a first-generation Israeli to a family of 6, 4 siblings, 2 parents, of course. When I was about 23 years old, my aunt Nurit was turning 60, and she sent an email to everyone asking for a little bit of something to be read at her 60th birthday party because her big sister Ella would be in the States and wouldn't be able to attend. I, as an American citizen, have very easy access to immigration between both countries, of course, and it broke my heart that nobody from our family, Mishpacha Sachs, or Sachs in English, would be there. So on my meager salary, I was just 23, starting off my career, I bought the first ticket that I could, I was living in Phoenix, Arizona at the time, going to Tel Aviv so I could be there at my aunt's 60th birthday. And it was so important that I was there. I had some wonderful conversations with my aunt, Nurit, of course, preparing her for her big birthday party. And in those conversations, she said, "Noga, aren't you lucky that you don't have to deal with some of the difficulties that we have in Israel and having to deal with some of the difficulties that we might have with an aging grandparent in Israel?" And I said, "Are you kidding me? Doda." Doda means aunt in Hebrew. Chaser li et hamishpacha, which means I am deficient in the lack of my family. I am missing my family. In follow-up conversations, I was contacting or connecting, I should say, with my cousin Ophir, who's Nurit's son, my cousin. And he shared with me some of the difficulties that we have in our family in Israel. And of course, things happen as people age, things happen. And he said that he was missing the support that he used to have from our family when we were in Israel. And it broke my heart that we weren't able to be there for him, that only I was able to come to the United States so easily. So I decided to take it upon myself to bridge that gap. My aunt, my wonderful aunt, I love her. She's such an inspiration to the joy optimization initiative that I have taken on in my life. It's something very central to me. I wanted to give her back the gift of joy that she always brings to me. And my cousin, the one who's saying he wants some support, is actually an IT specialist at Intel. So I asked him, let's bridge this gap. I asked everybody in my family, all of my sisters and brother, my father, my mother, I asked them to write something to be read at my aunt's party like she asked, and I promised that I would read it. And then I asked my mom, my aunt's big sister, to write something, and asked my cousin, the IT specialist, to arrange to secretly have my mom read her story over the intercom at the party. It was an amazing day. Everybody was meeting me for the first time. I'm the only American, the only one who was born outside of Israel. Many of these people had never seen me ever in their life other than maybe pictures as a baby. So here I was, the last one, the American. They're meeting me for the first time, and no one else from my family was there. and the party was wonderful. I read lots of wonderful things from my siblings and my dad and my brother. And then the speakerphone comes on, and a familiar voice comes over the speakers. And suddenly, my mom's voice comes on that everybody knows. And I start hearing these whispers. Ella. That's my mom's name. Ella po? Is Ella here? Efu ze הקול של Ella? Where is this coming from? That's it, Ella's voice. And as my mom is telling the story about sitting on the stairs of the hospital where my aunt now gets dialysis, waiting for her little sister to be born, everybody knew that the culprit for my mom's voice being present at the party was me. So after my secret was told, I realized that bridging the gap was really very simple. I'm a millennial. I am very familiar with IT and how to utilize small bits of technology that many of us really use all the time. And why not use that to bridge the gap? So I left my family in Israel with tears in my eyes and came back home to Arizona and flew straight to St. Louis and had long conversations with my mom about how my cousins, Ophir and Galit, and my aunt, Nurit, and her husband, my wonderful uncle, Avram, all need her. So I taught my mom, who is not a millennial, how to use Skype. I taught her how to access Skype for no money to bridge that gap. No oceans should stand between any family member when we have wonderful tools like we do now, like the internet. To this day, my mom and her sister connect multiple times a day sometimes. Sometimes they work out together over Skype. Sometimes I have a hard time getting my mom off the phone with her sister so that I'll get a bit of her attention, but maybe that's a childish thing to say. Still, that bridge has been gapped. Now we are very connected. Now, lo chaser li et hamishpacha. I am not lacking my family. I am not deficient in the presence of my family. Similarly, I'd like to make that same bridging of that gap with the District 2 and Washington, D.C. As U.S. House of Representative, I don't see any reason why I, a millennial, can't utilize simple things like Skype, like Google Hangouts, like other forms of video and voice recording like we're utilizing right now, so that you hear my voice, so that you see my face, and so that similarly I hear your voices, I see your faces, and I represent those to the highest form of government in this nation to best represent the best interest for Missouri District 2. That's a promise I can make to you, and I don't understand any reason why anybody should not. Signing off with you today, Noga Sachs, Missouri U.S. House of Representatives, District 2 candidate. Have a wonderful day, guys. Talk to you soon.